it's Kim Peterson of Uniquely Savvy, and I hope you're doing well. You know, I wanted to share with you a little bit about my experience today. I had a breakthrough. I had a huge step forward in personal growth and liberation, and I said out loud at a workshop, I said, "Don't judge my body." Now, I wasn't mad, but I definitely said, "Don't judge my body." And I took ownership of don't judge my body. Now here's the story is we were in a workshop. It was 2 men and 3 women, including myself. And we hadn't been in the workshop very long, and I had asked if it was okay if we adjusted the temperature, because while I had a jacket on at that time, I said I'm freezing. And the 2 women who really, we had hardly even had conversation, almost simultaneously said, "It's because you have no meat on your bones." And I just said, "Don't judge my body." And they're like, "Oh, we weren't judging. You just don't have any meat on your bones." And I said, "Well, yes, you are judging my body. Please don't do that." And of course, the guys, and it wasn't a big to-do, but the guys, felt uncomfortable, because who says that? Who speaks their truth that way? I know I usually don't when it comes to things like that, and I did today. And so that's what I want to talk about today, is judging my body today. They were obviously having a thought, and I'm thinking afterwards, I thought, how would they even know I'm sort of bundled up and I'm sitting at a desk? But there was some judgment there, and there was some comparison there already. And what I want to say about that is I had just written a couple of days ago a post on LinkedIn that was titled "My Heart Aches Over Comparison." And that comparison is not just for myself as a grown woman or the other women that I know, but also the little girls that we're modeling this behavior for, who will definitely grow up with a sense of, perhaps I'm not good enough, or I have to look that way, or you know what, I'm going to judge her because of her body or her clothes, or fill in the blanks. Well, I want you to know it's by no coincidence. I don't believe this is by any coincidence, because I've been being invited into boldness with bringing voice to some of the issues that many women, including myself, struggle with, that are still sort of sometimes uncomfortable. Well, yesterday I was having coffee with a dear friend, and she and I were talking about this, and I said, if I was braver and bolder, and what I feel that is trying to be birthed out is, don't compare yourself to me. Stop comparing yourself and stop judging me. And she said, by the way, and gossip does the same thing. And we were dialoguing about that, and I said, yes, because comparison and judgment and gossip robs me. It steals from me my story, my soul work. It steals from me who I am or what my hardships were. I sometimes feel like if you want to judge me, then take all of my story, all of my adversity and my trauma, and you take that and you hold all of that if you want to judge me. Please don't compare yourself to me or to others, because you are also robbing yourself. You're stealing from yourself that which is special and unique and worthy of celebration for you. And it's true that if you're judging and comparing yourself to someone else, there's just not room to be celebrating you. And you are uniquely, fearfully, and wonderfully made with a beautiful purpose. And a unique set of skills that nobody else can step into. You have something this world needs that I can't do and that no one else can do except for you. I wonder if you understand that until you stop judging and comparing, you won't fully be able to step into whatever that is. Well, anyway, it was a beautiful conversation with my girlfriend, and I'm grateful for it. It was a very vulnerable truth of mine that I eked out to her in knowing that I'm on journey, and that because I truly do feel for women today, and I feel for our young girls who are growing up with the pressures of having to look a certain way and having to be a certain way and wear certain things and I mean, it could literally go on. And yet we're not designed for that. We're not designed to carry the weight of trying to be someone who we're not. And so, by the way, I want you to know, when I was younger, I was heavily teased. Overweight, understyled, grew up poor, wore tore-up jeans, had snakes thrown down my shirt, was chased with maggots, was teased. I get it. I was called bush monkey. I was called nigga knees. I was called things, teased and judged in harsh, terrible ways. And while that's not who I am or how I hold those experiences today, what I do know is, don't judge my body. Don't judge me. Don't steal from me. And I do invite you to know me and perhaps to know my story, because in that perhaps you might be encouraged to learn something different or act upon something differently, and you know, but by the grace of God is what I want to say. I feel like I'm a modern day miracle. So don't judge me. And in place of that, begin celebrating you. You are uniquely savvy.